This is what I look like. Hi, what's up? I am fat. Hi. It's good. It's a good look. It's powerful. I own it. I'm a powerful look. I like it. I'll walk into an Olive Garden and I will scare the line cooks. If it's all you can eat pasta, I walk in, they're like, oh no, this guy's trying to close the garden. We're in a lot of trouble. When I order fast food, it's like I'm robbing a bank. I'm like, don't look at my face, put it in the bag. If I walk out of a public restroom, anyone who watches me walk out automatically assumes I've just taken a shit. No matter what. It's always a dude who's like, hey, big man, you didn't blow it up in there. I'm like, sir, I have no idea who you are. I also don't need you screaming that across this Chili's right now. Give it a minute, though, you know? I'm not gonna lie to the man. If you catch me, you catch me. I am like a leprechaun in that respect. Here's the gold coin. I was on a Disney Channel original series for a little bit. Yeah, nobody here saw it because you're adults. That's a good thing. But now this is happening in my life. When I'm out and about, I'm being recognized by children and not their parents. That's an uncomfortable situation at the airport. Like little just kids just staring at you. And then the parents are like, no, don't stare. People can look like that. No, Mom, he's special. Probably, but we don't point at the special people. The coolest thing, I got to go to Disneyland for free while I was on it. Yeah, and I took some buddies to Disneyland with me. And while we were waiting in the line to go in, my one buddy looked at me and was like, dude, we should take an edible to increase the magic. And I was like, that sounds good, yeah. Ate it. Too much magic. We were in the park and it hit too hard. Just a crowd of people. I felt like a spy in a spy movie that had crossed enemy lines, just like walking through a sea of people like, don't look them in the eyes, they'll know you're different. I took a picture with Goofy and I couldn't help myself. I leaned in. I was like, I know there's a human in you. Lost my friends. I lost them. I texted them like, hey, where are you guys at? They're like, oh, we couldn't find you, so we just rode Splash Mountain. Can you meet us where they sell the photos at the end of Splash Mountain? And I'm like, okay. So I walk over there and they're not there. I text them again. I'm like, hey, where are you guys at? They're like, oh, we had to use the bathroom. But can you do us a favor? Can you buy our photo from Splash Mountain? And I'll tell you what the most awkward thing you can do while you're high. It's buy a photo from Splash Mountain that you're not in. You're in that line, you're like, oh no. I don't know what my friends look like. And then you get there, you're like, hey, I'll take that one. Sir, you're not in that picture. Yeah, but I want him. Guy sold me the picture, no questions asked. He's like, yeah, man, whatever you want to jack off to. Here you go. 4 dudes in a log flume, enjoy. My buddies are the best. We're all dumb. It's nice. My buddy said this to me once. He was like, JC, what would you do if I gave you $1 billion? I was like, I'd be super surprised because we work at the same grocery store. Why are they paying you different than me? He's like, nah, man, it's a hypothetical. That's the wrong word, bud. That's why we're at this grocery store. He's like, play the game. It's a game. I'm like, fine. If you gave me $1 billion, I would buy the Milwaukee Brewers baseball franchise. And then I would change the team name to the Milwaukee Walkie-Talkies. That's the whole thing. Just ruin the city of Milwaukee. There'd be grown men crying in the street. They're the fucking Brewers, man. ESPN would hate it. Tonight, the Chicago Cubs defeated the Milwaukee Fuck! when the apocalypse comes, me and my buddies are in trouble. We don't know how to do anything. All mid-30s don't know how to do anything. And I realized it because we were all in a car once, me and 3 buddies, and we're going, and then the car broke down. It made a noise. And then in unison, we all went, oh no! Not good. The thing is, we were all still trying to be tough about it. We pulled the car over, opened up the hood just to look at the metal. We have no idea what the metal does. 4 grown men staring at metal, just saying stuff we've heard from the movies. It's probably the carburetor. You think it could be the alternator? It could be the Terminator for all I know, dude. Did you check the flux capacitor before we left? I'm doing this. I'm taking a stand. Everyone should join me. I'm turning off the no contact delivery option on my delivery apps. It's time. It's time. We need to meet these people. It's rude at this point. They know. They know you're right on the other side of the door. Just standing there looking through the people like a little food goblin. My food. Yes, put it on the dirty ground. I'll eat it from the dirty ground. You can see my face, but I can see your face. Answer my riddle and you can see my face. Been with my lady for 2 years now. 2 years with my girlfriend. She moved in with her cats. I'm a cat daddy now. The cats are the best. I love them so much. She has a regular job, my girl. She goes off to work, and I'm at home raising those cats. Strong male father figure. They talk to me all day. They're very vocal, and I like to pretend that we're having a conversation. Like one will jump up on the couch next to me and be like, meow. I'll be like, yeah, bud. Dad's got to go run errands today. Got to do some grown-up stuff. And he'll be like, meow. I'm like, you know what? I should get high instead. That's pretty good. Good job, Gucci. I appreciate you, my little friend. He's like, meow. I'm like, and watch all of the Lord of the Rings. Okay. It's going to be a good fucking Tuesday. My girl comes home from work, I'm high as shit on the couch. She's like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, sorry, babe, the cats told me to hit the bong every time they said Frodo in the movie. Now I'm very tired. My girl's the best. Her complaint about me, the big one, she says I don't talk enough during sex. I'm not vocal enough during the act. She says I'm too focused. But here's the thing, gang. I'm focused. I'm just like, don't come, don't come, don't come. If I talk during sex, it's just gonna be like, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day. It's just gonna turn into an acceptance speech at this point. Oh my God, I had no idea this was gonna happen. First off, I wanna thank God. Thank my mom for raising me right. This one's for you, Dad. She's awesome. She's protective of me, which is cool. I like that. We were at a Habachi restaurant. Sometimes the protectiveness could get a little bit too much. We were enjoying some beer and some sake, waiting for the Habachi chef to come out. And he came out, he started taking people's order, and he got to me. And he was like, what do you have? And before I could order, my girlfriend was like, babe, why don't we get the big thing, and then we'll just not get separate ones. We'll get one big thing and share it. I said, that sounds great. And then the Habachi chef was like, well, now I see who wears the pants in this relationship. And my girlfriend went, what the fuck did you just say? I was like, no, baby, he was just trying to make a joke. She was like, shut your pretty mouth, bitch. I think our Japanese friend knows exactly what he was trying to say. Also, not a Japanese man, 100% a Mexican gentleman. Like any hibachi chef, right? He goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry, did not mean to offend you. How about I get another round of beer and sake for you guys on the house? And then my girlfriend went, well, now it seems that I wear the pants in 2 relationships. And then she took 2 Chardonnay glasses and smashed them together like she was Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then we enjoyed the best meal I've ever eaten. Just a terrified Mexican gentleman pretending to be Japanese, checking in with my girlfriend. I'm gonna do the part where I throw the shrimp in people's mouths. She's like, yeah, konnichiwa, bud. She bought me a present for my birthday. I got that new college football 25 NCAA football video game. I see one man shaking his head like, you goddamn right you did. I love it. If you don't know what it is a video game where you create a college football player and then you live out his college career. It is the saddest role play that any grown man can do. But I enjoy it, and she knows I enjoy it. So the other night, she came in to be involved. Like, I'm playing the game. She came in and she was like, hey, why not tonight you sneak out of the dorms? We have a couple of drinks and go back to my place and fool around. And I was like, not if I want to fucking start this weekend. Are you out of your mind? Coach will have my ass! I'm trying to lose my fucking scholarship! This is my life. I was watching a friend's dog for a little bit. I was pet sitting, elderly Yorkie. I think it's 36-year-old Yorkie. Very old dog. Mostly a statue at this point. I took the dog for a walk, and I forgot the poop bags. I know, capital punishment. But I'm like, tiny dog, it'll be fine. It wasn't. This dog was waiting for this moment. I saw it in its eyes. It was like, you messed up, Bubba. Took a shit the size of itself. It was mathematically impossible. It was an anomaly. And then I had to pick the dog up. It can't really move. Now I'm running down the street with this little dog statue. Just like, get back to the apartment. Dog falls right asleep, of course. But then I feel bad. I grab a poop bag. I walk back. And there I am. I'm cleaning up, leaned over, cleaning up this pile. And I look up, and there's another man walking his dog, watching me with no dog. And you can't be like, there was a dog before. That raises too many red flags. So I was just like, I like shit. Not my neighborhood. That 37-year-old Yorkie is a service dog. Emotional support pup. I'm fine by it. Emotional support doggies, kitties, fine. But people are going crazy. I boarded a flight recently, and a man boarded the flight with an emotional support parrot. I'll repeat myself. A man boarded an airplane with a loose bird. And they were like, come aboard, sir. And here's the thing, he was not a wizard or a pirate. Just a regular man with a macaw on his shoulder. It's like, his name's Crackers because he likes crackers. Kill yourself. Open the door, push them both off. The bird will be fine. I'm not mad at the bird. This was not Crackers' decision. This is purely on the man. But here's the thing. Crackers was the problem. Birds understand what it feels like to fly. So when the plane took off, the bird felt like it was flying. But it knew it was not doing the flying, and it lost its goddamn mind. It went insane, just, which I assume in bird means, what the fuck is going on? My body feels bad. What is happening? 5-hour flight. 5 hours. Guess how long Crackers was freaking out for? 5 hours. Not a trick question. The whole flight. Just, There were babies looking over like, shut that thing the fuck up. Shut it up. Trying to enjoy a titty back here. I'd rather a baby on a plane. There could be good babies on airplanes. There's good babies and bad babies, just like there's good people and bad people. And there's a shitty baby on the plane, I let them know. Baby going crazy, just be like, boo! You have a shitty baby! Everyone hates you! People are clapping, they're like, I like that guy up front, the fat one. Now I know why they give him 2 seats, good guy. Gets to spread out. The place I don't like babies is the movie theater. Movie theater, no. Bad. Bad. I went to a 10 p.m. showing of the R-rated horror film Insidious 3. Couple brought a newborn baby into the theater. 10 p.m. R-rated Insidious 3. Fresh baby. Wet baby. Wet ass baby. Here's the thing that made me more mad than anything else. You know for a fact that baby did not see 1 and 2. Of course it's crying. Who are these characters? 4 years ago, I tore my ACL. I know. Tore my ACL. I was in a 99-cent store. R.I.P. And someone had ripped open a bag of grapes and spilled a bunch of loose grapes on the ground. And I didn't see them, stepped on them, tore my ACL. Had to go to rehab for it. I got the injury a professional athlete gets from loose fruit. 6 months, I'm going to this rehab place. There's another kid who's there with me every day. In a Letterman's jacket every time, young kid. And I never talked to him, we never talk. And then finally, one day I was like, I'm gonna talk to the kid. And I asked him, I was like, hey man, how'd you hurt your knee? And he was like, oh, it was the 4th quarter. There was no time left on the clock. They snapped me the ball, and the linebacker was back there before I knew it. So I had to run. Here's the thing. I didn't see the safety. And he came down hard. And right when he hit me, I knew. He took the whole knee, blew it out. But I pushed through the pain, and I scored that touchdown. And we won the game. How'd you hurt your knee, dude? I saved a family from a burning building. I went in for the kids first. And then I went back for the dad, but on the way out, there was a bunch of loose fruit on the ground. Blew it out right away. I knew the fruit had took it. But I pushed through the pain. And I brought that dad back to his kids. When I first moved to Los Angeles many years ago, my buddy gave me a Los Angeles Lakers t-shirt as like a gift. And I'm not a Lakers fan, but I do like t-shirts. So I was wearing it. I was wearing it in Hollywood, and I was walking, and a man noticed my t-shirt, and he called out to me from a distance. Right? I was walking, and I knew he was calling out to me, but I was just trying to walk, and I heard him. He was like, "Hey!" And I was the only big man. So I turned around and was like, yes? And he was like, you like the Los Angeles Lakers, man? And I was like, mm-hmm. And then he was like, hey man, fuck LeBron James, man! Fuck that motherfucker! And I'm like, I don't know him. You can have the shirt. You can have it. I'll walk home with no shirt. I don't care. Is this guy like this for everybody's t-shirts? That's what I thought in the moment. He's like, hey man, you like Captain Crunch, man? Hey man, fuck the captain, man! Fuck that motherfucker! Cereal cutting up the roof of my mouth! Making my milk too sugary! How you a captain when you ain't got a boat? Okay, friend. We're out here. I'm an uncle. Thank you so much. I got in trouble. I taught my nephew how to make margaritas. It's a life skill. Problem is, he went to kindergarten, and the teacher was making Kool-Aid in the front of the class. He's up there stirring it, and he was like, you gotta make them strong so people know you're not fucking around. Whoops. My brother's the best. He's got too many kids. He gets overly emotional when he drinks about his children. Like we were drinking the other day, and he was like, I remember the first time I looked down at my son. I was like, this is the best moment of my life. And I was like, probably not. He's like, don't make fun of my best moment. What's your best moment, you loser? And I was like, I'll tell you. I was hanging out with some buddies, backyard of my house, and one of my friends said, I bet I can tell the difference between a blueberry muffin and a blueberry Pop-Tart by smell alone. So we blindfolded him. And instead of providing him with either of those objects, my other friend farted directly into his nose. He was like, bring it in, my palate's clear. And then it hit him like a hive of bees exploded in his face. It's in my eyes! And then he fell into the swimming pool. And with a mouthful of blueberry Pop-Tart, I went, this is the best moment of my life. Still is. I was walking out of a 7-Eleven, and there was a dude outside the 7-Eleven, and I gave him $1 because he wanted it. He wanted the $1. Better if you do that to somebody at the grocery store and they don't want it. You'll ruin somebody's month. That's fine. Just walk up to a random man and be like, hey man, I see you out here. After I gave the dude $1, I noticed there was a minivan backing out of a parking space, and there was a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper sitting on the roof. They were gonna drive off with it on the roof, and I was like, I gotta help them. So I took a step to be like, hey, you're Dr. Pepper. But there was an oil slick in the parking lot. And it was like right on the bad knee. So I went, ooh, and then just fell down, because that's what you do. You're like, fall to the ground, don't hurt it. Car drove away. I failed. I didn't save that family. So I'm getting up, I'm dusting myself up. And then the man I gave $1 to came over, and he gently placed his hand on my shoulder. And he was like, hey, brother, don't worry. They sell Dr. Pepper inside. This guy didn't think I was trying to help anybody. He just thinks every time I see Dr. Pepper, I'm ravenous. Ah! I need it! There's 23 flavors! Oh, you guys have been a lot of fun. I gotta go after this. Give yourselves a round of applause for hanging out. It's been fun. I told my buddies that I had never been camping before. And they lost their minds. I was like, yeah, I've never been camping, never really been out to the woods. I'm kind of a city guy. And my buddy was like, we're taking you camping. You bring some supplies, and we'll bring some supplies. I misunderstood what they meant by supplies. They brought water, tents, sleeping bags. I brought mushrooms. We're going to the woods, right? That's where you do this stuff. We got out to the woods. They started setting up the campsite. I'm like, this is boring. And I ate everything I brought with me. Nom, 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 nom. They started trying to light a fire. I'm like, still boring. I grab one of their flashlights, and I walk off into the woods to enjoy the sunset. But here's the thing about a sunset. Afterwards, no more sun. And I'd never seen the woods dark. City dark is different than the woods dark. The woods dark comes out to meet you. The sun went down and the dark came in like, hey, little buddy, you're about to freak the fuck out. And I'm like, oh my God, I am. So I'm looking for the flashlight I have, and I go, okay, nothing. No batteries in the flashlight. I don't know what batteries weigh. I've never held a flashlight before, apparently. Walked away with an empty flashlight, like, that seems right. Pitch black, I can't see anything. In the middle of the woods, I just hear noises all over. And I'm like, hey, can anybody hear me? And in the distance, I heard, whoo. And I'm like, Mark, Kevin, is that you guys? Whoo. Mark and Kevin, they're my friends. Ooh. Mark and Kevin! They're my two buddies! We met at a Smash Mouth concert! Ooh! Smash Mouth! They're a rock band, they sing that song! Hey now, you're an all-star! Get your game on, go play! Hey now, you're a rock star! Get the show on! Get laid and all that glitter. And that went on for 45 minutes. And the best part about all this, my buddies were 10 feet away from me, videotaping my entire conversation with a wayward woodland owl. Thank you guys so much. I've been JC. Bye-bye.